as black people drank from the cup of slavery, that they sang, I'm so glad. Trouble don't last always. And brothers and sisters, it is only as we drink from certain cups that we become qualified to enter the kingdom of God. And maybe that's what Jesus was trying to tell Salome that day. She said, you and your sons will certainly drink from my cup. James will be the first of my disciples to give up his life for the kingdom of God. John will live to be an old man, but he's going to experience persecution, banishment, and distress. He will see all of his apostolic brothers die one by one until in old age he'll be left all by himself with nobody to comfort him, just the memory of the past and a bright hope of an eternal future. I'm going to close here, y'all. But as that mother, I believe Jesus told her, you have been a strong follower. You will have a share of my cup of sorrow. Yes, my Lord, but I still have to say no to your request. For to sit in my right hand, on my left hand, is out of my discretion. It's the Father who makes those kind of decisions. Have I got a witness? And I believe that Jesus could have added, if I say yes to you, I'll have to say no to somebody else. If I say yes to you, I'll have to say no to many Christians who'll come after you. They will have to face lions, tigers, and bears. They'll be burned at the stake, and they'll have just as much right to sit in those places as your son. If I say yes to you, I'll have to say yes to martyrs who give their lives for what they believe. I'll have to say yes no to John Wycliffe. I'll have to say no to John Huss. I'll have to say no to Joan of Arc. Have I got a witness in here? All of those who carry my gospel, I may have to say no to. If I say yes to you, if I say yes to your request, I'll have to say no to a whole lot of black folk who died in view of heaven, trying to make heaven their homes. Yes, my Lord, sometimes God has to tell us no so he can say yes to somebody else. Think about it, if you will. Many Christians by their bedside are wishing for somebody to be healed from their sickness. Yes, my Lord. And if God said yes to their prayer, he'd have to say no to the person laying there. But I'm so glad sometimes he had to tell somebody no in order to tell me yes. Is there anybody in here ever heard the Lord say yes to your prayer? Think about it. If he said yes to you, he said no to somebody else. Aren't you glad Jesus told Salome just where it stands? He didn't try to make up nothing. He didn't try to do something against his will. He told her no and left it right there. When he told her no, John says, I saw a great number that no man could number. He said no to Salome, but he said yes to that number. And I don't know about you, one of these old days, I want to be in that help you live with it. Yes, yes, yes. So you don't have to write the Williams brothers and tell them that Jesus will say no. I'm glad he did.